The 2XKO closed beta just released with two new characters, Vi and Blitzcrank, with a new mastery reward system and a slew of core gameplay changes. So, with that being said, I'll be going over the basic mechanics of 2XKO. Let's get into it. So, in this video, I'll just be going over the basics of 2XKO, such as like movement, the buttons, normal attacks, throws, how the meter works, how assists work, and how the fuse system works. So it might be a little long of a video, but I'll try to get through it as fast as possible without too much rambling. So 2XKO is a tag fighter with very fast-paced movement. It has backdashing, forward dashing, and wave dashing if you tap down while dashing, which there's a shortcut by pressing light and medium. There is a dedicated dash button, but if you tap down in between the dash inputs, you will cancel each dash into another dash. This is going to be your way of getting around the arena. So you want to like mix in jumps and dashes to get in, and there's hyper jumps, which you do by tapping down and then up really quick. You can change the momentum of your character depending on if you hold back or forward. So if I want to hyper jump forward and then hold back, I can kill the momentum. If I want to hyper jump back but hold forward, I can do that. So now we can get into the attacks slash normals. This is a 6-button fighter. It's a light, medium, heavy, normal button game, and you can chain these together. And there's special moves which you can cancel these chains into. This is a 2-button special game with no motion inputs, and there's typically 2 moves depending on the character per special button. With Darius, there's this axe pull, and he has extensions to it. If he presses light, he can do this headbutt. If he presses medium, he does this slash, and if he presses heavy, he'll do this grab. Yeah, so each special move can have different properties as well, but we'll get into that in a second. Then there's throws. There's forward throws, back throws, just like your typical fighting game, and then there's air throws. So if we have Jinx jump here, I can jump and then throw her to the ground. So let's talk about the knockdown states. When you hit someone with, say, a special move, Darius's air special 2 gives them a pretty long knockdown state. And so what you can do is, if you have an assist or your character can OTG, so for example, his forward throw is a hard knockdown, and if he does an air special 2, he can combo off of it and go into level 1. And that's basically what an OTG is, so you just gotta test what moves are hard knockdowns and what you can follow them up with. Usually you can follow them up with like any normal. Some specials have OTG properties like Darius's. Air special 1, or 2, sorry, and his new projectile is also a OTG. It's good to go through your character's special moves list and your uniques moves list. So this is your command normals for your character. I forgot to mention that. Each character has unique normals, which is a direction, plus a button. So down heavy, or down forward heavy is a sweep. Forward medium, or down forward medium is an overhead, which the opponent has to be blocking standing. And then there's lows, which the opponent has to be blocking low. So now we can go over the wake up system. If we set Jinx to back rise, if I do a knockdown, she has the option to back roll. She can also forward roll. So if I try to pressure, she can forward roll. That's very useful in the corner, to get out of the corner. and there's a get up attack that your opponent has as well. So this is a get off me tool essentially. Every character can do this, so this is done by pressing special on wake up. So if you just hold special on wake up, you can hold it too. You don't have to just time it and press it. You can hold it, so that way you don't have to time it specifically. And the way you roll on wake up is you just hold forward or backward when you're knocked down. So when you're getting juggled in combos, you can air tech as well. This is done by just doing the same thing, either holding back forward, or you can hold down and you'll just fall straight to the ground and get up right away as soon as you land on the ground, and then you can tap either back or forward as you hit the ground to roll. So you can ground tech too. It is a little more difficult, so make sure you're varying your timing when you're getting comboed, so that way your opponent, if they mess up their combo, you can air tech and possibly get out. So one thing I want to talk about is special moves that will slump in the corner. Darius's special 2, and then you press it again for the extension. If you notice, Jinx will slump in the corner. This is good to know for combos. Usually they will tumble mid-screen. This is a good indicator of like when specials will slump against the wall. If you're too close though, for example, Darius's won't slump. You gotta be max range. So make sure you take note and figure out what moves will do this. So the super meter on the bottom left and bottom right, and indicated by the number, this is gained by getting hits and blocking. There's actually a mechanic in this game where it rewards you for blocking a lot, and you will get a super meter buff, super meter gain buff when blocking. If you're blocking, I'm not sure the duration, but as long as you're blocking and having good defense, the game will reward you for having it, and you'll get super meter. So that's good to take note of. So in order to do supers, you either press light and then special 1 for level 1, and then medium and special 2 for your level 2. And then if you press special 1 and special 2 together, you will get your ultimate, and this is your most damaging super move. You can incorporate these into combos, which we'll get into in a little bit. So with assists, you have 2 assist moves. You either do it by just pressing neutral or back. So if you press back, you'll get a different one. If you press neutral, you'll get another different. And they have different properties. For example, Vi, her back assist, you can see she slams her fist on the ground and pops the opponent up. So like I mentioned with the OTG states, you can knock her down and then go for a combo extension and end your combo after that. So that's a good way of using assists, is to extend your combos. You can also use your assists to extend your your block pressure, something like that. But if you don't do it right, you can leave a gap in your pressure and it can be interrupted. So make sure you practice your pressure using your assists. You can do like your chain into an assist. So as you press heavy, it's all timing based. You can get your assist to come out, and then you can time your pressure, or time your assist and continue your pressure. Okay, so now we can talk about the break system. You can see the green bar in the top below the health bars. This is to break out of combos, and this is done by pressing either special button and your tag button. So when you're getting hit, this will break you out of the combo. But again, but your opponent can bait you and combo you, so just be careful and kind of use it when you maybe haven't done a combo break previously. But yeah, okay, so now we can break down how combos work. So again, you can chain your normals, right? And you can cancel into special moves. But an easier way to do a combo is like do a light, medium, heavy, and then you can launch a light, medium, and then a crouching heavy. Crouching heavies are the 2XKO's universal launcher. Every character has it. And then you can jump up and do a combo. You can do like medium, heavy, and do an air special and knock them down. And then, like I said, if you want to extend it and you have an assist that can like pick them up, go ahead and use an assist. There are different stages in the combo. So you got your starter, right? This is your initial hit of your combo. And then once you get the initial hits in, this is kind of like filler. So after Darius's forward special 2, he can continue after that if he does medium heavy. As you can see, the combo counter is still up. So there's other routes you can do too that's not just light, medium, launcher into jump. But if you want to try to just keep things simple, you can go for launchers and then go for like a 2-hitting combo into an air special that knocks the opponent down. And that's kind of essentially how you structure combos, really. You got stuff like overheads too, that you can like combo off of if you use an assist, right? And then you can handshake tag and you know, continue your combo. And then with special moves, you can cancel them into supers. This is really like a known thing in most fighting games. So after Darius's forward special 2-2, you can go into any super. But you want to find one that like actually hits. So if I do his super 2, it won't hit. So in this case, you want to do either his level 3, which lands, or his level 1. So yeah, that's kind of like how you structure a combo. You do a starter, and do a launcher, and do an aerial combo into a special move that like knocks down. And again, you can use assists that extend these. And if you want to really just cash out, you can do like a super. Keep it super simple. And then as you learn the game further and further, you can implement more advanced combos that go beyond like 20 hits, 25 hits, stuff like that. But that's like the main core gameplay of 2XKO. Now I can go over the different fuse types for this game, which is essentially your playstyle pick. So starting off, we have the double down already selected, and it'll show above your health bar, and it'll show your opponent's fuse in which they pick. And what the double down fuse does is it allows you to chain supers. So after Darius's level 1, I can go into Vi's level 1 or 2 or 3. So this is definitely a good fuse to use if you're really trying to like maximize your damage. We'll just let this play out so you can see the damage. Then again, that's just raw super damage without combo scaling, so don't get too excited. But you can do a lot of damage, like up to that threshold that you just saw. But that's double down. So now we have 2x assist. What this does is it allows you to do 2 assists back to back. So you can do like 2 shoulder tackles with Darius, or you can do his axe pull and do a shoulder. And there's ways you can implement this in combos, right? But that's a little advanced to teach right now. This is kind of a beginner's guide, especially for League of Legends players that are maybe trying to get into fighting games for the first time and want to play 2x KO. So that's really 2x assist in a nutshell. You can just do 2 assists back to back. You do have to time them. You can't mash them though. So now there's freestyle. This fuse allows you to handshake tag twice. So I can start a combo with Vi, tag into Darius, do a little bit of a combo with him, and then tag back into Vi. If I keep it short enough and she's still on screen, I'll see if I can show you something. So you can do some pretty cool stuff in terms of combos and pressure, on block pressure. I'll probably make some stuff once I come up with it and figure out some good block string pressures with each character. I am going to try to make more guides for each character in this game, so keep an eye out. Okay, so with Sidekick, this is actually a new fuse that came to Alpha Lab 2. And what it does is essentially makes it a solo character gameplay experience. So if you don't really want to deal with switching out and tagging, you don't have to, but you still have access to assists, which is cool. You also have access to double down, which is chaining your supers. So you can chain your supers back to back, and you also have access to super assist and fury break at the round of each start. So what fury break does is you can use it to either get your opponent off you, or you can use it as a combo mechanic now, since you're a solo character. So yeah, you get some pretty neat perks to Sidekick, and you now can store up to 5 bars of super, as you can tell on the bottom left, instead of the 3 that you get if you have any other fuse. So now we are on the last fuse, which is the Juggernaut fuse. Both of these fuses, the Juggernaut and Sidekick, are both gonna allow you to just focus on one champion. So what Juggernaut does is it increases your overall health. You no longer get assists, nor tags. But when you do your tag button, you'll do a knock, or I forgot what it's called in Marvel terms, but you'll knock your opponent's current character off screen and then bring their other character on screen. So if you want to like KO their character with the least amount of health, you can do that. So now when you go below 30% health, you get a defensive boost. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you take less damage. Now you get access to Fury Break at round start. That is not the case with Sidekick. So yeah, you can start with a combo break or a combo extender at the start of each round, and that's really neat. You also get access to Eject, which is a unique mechanic that costs 1 bar of meter. Oh, that's what I talked about. And forces your opponent's assist champ to tag in. Sorry, I'm reading what they said about the new fuses because I forgot what they did. And now you get access to self double down, allowing them to perform 2 supers back to back, or a super and an ultimate back to back. So you won't get your assist super when you do double down. Instead, you'll cancel your character's super into another super. So maybe you can do like level 1 into... Oh, okay. Maybe you can't. So yeah, you can do like level 1 or level 2 into like level 3. And that'll actually work because you have 5 bars now. So yeah, this and Sidekick are really good fuses to start off with when playing 2XKO if you really just want to focus on one character. And the last perk it says is it starts with 2 bars of super meter, which you usually only start with 1 each round. And I think Sidekick you only start with 1, but with Juggernaut you start with 2. So that's a huge advantage in terms of the meter, which once you learn and get into fighting games more, you'll realize the importance of meter management. But yeah, that's kind of like the basics and the mechanics of 2XKO that you should know about. I'll have more guides regarding this game in terms of like teaching you more about each character and how to pilot them and some combos and whatnot. But that's it for this video. This is Darkson signing out, and I hope to see you back. See ya.